how do? Welcome back to another one of my...
Say that?
A little bit. Hey up and how do... I can't speak. Hey up.
Hey up and how do? Welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm Mr. Wraithchild, and this is...
Mr. Wraithchild. Wait, you're confusing me. I've gone into multiverse of madness. Don't confuse me.
A gay multiverse
Of madness.
of gayness.
Today's video is going to be questions from me that we have gotten from my Instagram page. If you're not following the Instagram page, follow it because it is quite iconic. That's all I'm going to say. So Ben's going to ask me the questions. He might chirp in now and again, but I don't know what these questions...
Wouldn't be like me, would it?
No, it wouldn't be like it. I don't know what the questions are, but he's going to tell me now. So we're going to go... What's on the head there? So we're going to go to the first question.
Yeah, so just ask them in random order.
Yeah, it's all about being, it's all about being gay.
Quick
This is
fire, random gay
this-
questions.
This is the gay pride month.
The gay years.
Gay year, yeah.
Okay, so first one that came through was, how did you know you were gay? And, like, when? That's like two questions, I think.
Well, looking back through my childhood,
I feel like I should be taking notes, like a psychology session or...
because I've got two older brothers, and they used to wear Calvin Klein boxer shorts. And do you know where the picture of the man on? They used to have
I'm
a
a bit
picture of
concerned where this is going.
vile. They used to have, but still do, then a picture of a man. You couldn't see his head, but just his body. And I hid that in my toy box when I was a kid. Because I thought it was very, like, at that... Well, I didn't know what it meant at that time, but I thought it was very fit.
I don't know this.
Sure, I told you that.
You've not told me that.
I can still picture it now.
Yeah, hang on. Can I just pull it?
As long as it's not... Is it attached?
No.
Yeah, black and white, plastic, put it in my toy box, used to stare at it. And I didn't know what it meant as a child, but now I know it meant, like, yeah. That's the first time I knew I was homosexual. But before that, I don't think there's any other signs, because I'm too young to be, like, dipping it and doing it at the disco. Do you know what I mean?
No, but I think also probably the question, like, when did you finally when did you realise? So that was obviously like a gay inclination.
When I left school, do you know you get 6 weeks before school and college? You get a break.
So like you what, like 16?
Yeah. I was having these dreams literally like, I don't know if they were dreams or like, I was just thinking about it as I was going to sleep, where I was thinking about this boy, I won't say his name, called Alex, that I fancied in school.
You won't say his name.
His full name, mate. His full name. Because there's two parts to this. He was called Alex, and I fancied him for 5 years when I was at school, but I didn't realise it until I left. And for 6 weeks before I started going to college, I'd think about it like in a sexual way, which I'd never thought of before. And like it'd be like tying up scenarios in like I'd tie him up in locker rooms and stuff, and bit of bondage and that. And then I was like thinking,
put an explicit content warning
yeah,
at the beginning of this.
Alex, if you're watching this, don't worry, you're probably only watching this. I used to be thinking in bed, oh, I shouldn't be dreaming about stuff like this. I'm not thinking about it. And I thought, oh, just one more dream.
One more dream.
And I thought, you know what? I think I might be gay. And then I went to college, and then I met someone called Rob. And I thought, I looked at him and thought, oh, I'm gay. And I thought, oh, I'm gay. And that was it. I'm like, oh, I'm gay. And then I remember when I left school, I think I met Alex at a meeting, but I saw him in a club, and I told him, oh, I used to fancy you in school. He didn't look very impressed. And I thought he'd be like, oh, amazing. Oh, I fancied you as well or something.
Was he gay? No.
No.
Oh.
He looked a bit disgusted. But I was like, oh, I used to fancy you in school. And I was really wanting him to be like, oh, I love you and all this. And he was like, ugh. So, yeah.
Oh. Unrequited love.
Looking back, I could have done better than him, though, thinking about it.
What's your coming out story? Everyone's got, like, a dramatic coming out story, allegedly. We hear them on TV, don't you? And it's always, oh, this, and this, and actually some of them are just quite normal.
Well, I think everyone sort of knew in my family.
Were they interested?
I don't really remember how... I remember I came out to my mum. Everyone else, I just think they knew. And I think my mum was the last person to know. And then I don't know if it happened. Either she asked me or because at the time I had a boyfriend. It was serious, so I thought, oh, God, I have to tell her.
So when was this? How old were you?
17, maybe 18 years old. And then I remember saying, "Oh, I'm gay." Then I ran upstairs, halfway on steps. I was like so embarrassed. But then she was like, I think she was like, my sister, the Jeanette, was there as well. And I think, I don't know. I just remember. All I remember from that is her on the phone to my brother because she was panicking. Like,
What, your mum?
yeah, because I think she was like, "Oh, Jesus is gay." So she went on the phone to my brother John saying, "Can I still see my niece?" Because at that time I only had a niece. And she was like, they were like, "Yeah," because they knew. And they were like, "Yeah," because she thought that everyone in family were going to shun me and be like, "Oh God."
And what? By association, your mum wouldn't be able to see her niece.
Yeah, she thought, "Are you still going to bring the kids around like or some predator?" I'm like,
God.
I'm like, "Love, calm down."
Wow.
And I think it took her a while to get used to it because I don't think she'd ever met somebody who was homosexual. Although she did tell me later on that my gran thought I was different. So I think my gran must have known.
Different.
I don't really, looking back, I don't know how it was different. I used to walk into her house every time I went to see her and be like, "Oh, that's new, that's new, that's new." We used to point things out that were new in her house all the time.
Very Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
Very Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. And I was always eating.
Well, that's not very gay.
No. Maybe she thought I was like comfy or something.
To suppress the homosexuality.
Just suppress it. But yeah, my mum was like last to know, and I don't think it was a very big drama. I do remember saying to her once though, because we're on about it. I think she said once something about, "Could you try and be straight?" And so I said to Mick, saying something like, "So shall I just pretend that I'm straight, make myself absolutely miserable, and go out with a woman just to make you happy?" And she was like, "Well, you could try." I was like, ugh, and I just left the room. She's fine now though. She got used to it. Absolutely fine. I think it's my dad now that's a bit like. My dad thinks that me and Ben are like Elton John and David Furnish, and like he thinks that.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Pink and Phil. Yeah, we'll not go there.
Yeah, let's not go there.
But yeah,
Let's keep it happy and upbeat.
Yeah, that's my coming out story. I don't think it was that dramatic. Some people get thrown out of their house and stuff.
Yeah, very. I think. Also now it's a lot more acceptable, isn't it? Like I think particularly at our parents' age, they're like in their 60s.
Yeah, parents nowadays would love a gay kid.
But for that generation, it's a big thing. It was a big thing because being gay wasn't as widely spoken about.
Yeah.
Or there wasn't as many examples of it. And in all honesty, if there were examples of it on TV, 9 times out of 10 the gay person would have AIDS. And that's not being shady or anything. You think gay representation back then was Philadelphia with Tom Hanks.
And Mark from EastEnders. All I know about people with gay in TV back then was AIDS.
Yeah.
Your age, you're disgusting, you're going to die. I think that's why all parents were like, "Oh, God.
Yeah.
But like, I totally understand why she was like that. But she's not like that now. Just, they have to get used to it, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Mine was mine wasn't one of those like gay coming out stories. Like, yeah, it wasn't dramatic or anything, it was just daft.
What was yours?
I'd gone to uni. I was at a party.
My leg, sorry.
It was about 8:30, 9 o'clock. It wasn't particularly late, and I was a very, 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 very drunk. It was a Madonna versus Britney party. So you had to go as Madonna or Britney from a particular music video or era. I know, so it couldn't have been gayer.
Yeah.
And I was dressed as erotica Madonna. So I had all like lacy little negligee thing on, blonde wig.
That was my first memory of Madonna like that, with corn bra.
Meant to be. And I was really, really, really drunk. And I rang my mum, I don't know why, and started chatting to her. And then I was going to her, "Would you love me no matter what? Would you love me no matter what?" And she's going, "Of course you would, love, of course you would." And I think one of my friends was like, "Oh, Mrs. Childs, Ben's a bit drunk now, he's going to go, bye." And then the next morning, I remember ringing my mum being like, "Oh, I rang you last night, didn't I? And she was like, do you have something to tell me? Is it that you're gay? And I was like, yeah. And like, I think it was very emotional because I was very hungover as well.
Oh.
But I just remember feeling very, very guilty because I'm an only child. And my mum and dad would have been great grandparents. And I felt like I was like depriving her of that. And but you know, I've said to her time and time again, even if I wasn't gay, I wouldn't want a child. I think you said it numerous times on your channel, and I said it as well. Like I wouldn't want a child anyway. So being gay wasn't didn't really factor into if I was going to have a child or not. But my story was ridiculous because it wasn't just I just told her I was dressed as erotica Madonna at a Madonna versus Britney party.
That's better than mine.
But then she told my dad, and then my dad rang me about an hour later and just was like chatting to me like normal about like football and stuff. And
if anybody's got
just really nice.
If anybody's got kids watching this and you're like, oh, I don't know how to like talk to my kids about being gay, you need to watch Heartstopper on Netflix because that'll be very good.
Yeah,
watch that with them.
Yeah, we mentioned it in a video, didn't we? Monthly favourites. Did we mention it in monthly favourites? We definitely mentioned it, but it's like it's such a good representation of like if I'd have had that reference point when I was young and gay, I think it would have made it a lot easier. But I was speaking to someone at work the other day and she was saying like that a lot of her kids' friends are gay. Like I think like our niece has said like, oh, so and so's gay or bi or whatever. Now it's just not really it's still a big deal, obviously, for the individual person. It's not a big deal anymore, is it? It's not oh my god.
Yeah, no one cares.
No one cares. It's like, as long as you're happy, that should be all that matters as a parent, anyway. Your kid's happy. Which we are. Right.
Oh, let's do thumbnail.
We haven't done thumbnail, no?
Thumbnail. Gay! We should do this.
No.
What, should we just do
it?
it?
Be a bit offensive.
Offensive? That? We're gay.
No, but I get some trolls.
Oh, when it cats his phone bird. Right, let's wait, I want to try and get the wording around the side.
What do you mean? Like, not that. Oh, when it cats is chuntering. We've got 2 fat pigeons in the garden. Every time she sees them, she like makes this weird meowing noise.
These 2 pigeons have found out that we've got a stash of birds soon now. Literally every day now they come back. They broke the bird table twice. Is it those pigeons? Is it? I'm going to pause it 1 second. We want to watch the pigeons.
Oh, no,
no, we see pigeons. I'm not going to pause it for pigeons. What if they're gay pigeons?
Right. Got 2 gay cards.
True. Next question.
Oh, next question. 1 moment. What was it like being gay at school?
I wasn't really gay at school though.
No, yeah,
I never got bullied or anything. I never got called gay. The only time in 5 years when it even slightly cropped up was like that boy Alex. Someone called Matthew. He said once in front of me.
Remember all these people's names?
I don't remember him. Funny too. Very gummy. He said, why do you keep staring at Alex? I'm like, I don't. And I thought, I used to stare at him clocked. I used to stare at him all the time. Like back in school, I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. I remember he had some curtains once, and I copied him on my curtains because my mum, she took God knows where. One was like up here, one was down here. I looked terrible because he had money. Like he had money, like his family. I don't know what our family had. But it wasn't really. I don't remember anybody at school getting bullied for being gay. Really.
Oh, that's good.
I just kept myself to myself.
I find that hard to believe. Little wallflower, aren't you? What? Like, so someone asked about like Manchester gay scene. Like, what? Like about that. But you've lived in Sheffield as well. So like, what's the difference? I suppose.
Oh.
Like, is there a difference?
Well, the Sheffield gay scene, there's only like, well, there was one, two. There was like 2 gay clubs really that were always there. There's a few that came and went. Literally the same people around every single week. Very cliquey. I had the same like little group of like gay friends. But I didn't really fit in with them either because they were quite cliquey. So I just was.
Did you have like lots of gay friends when you were a kid?
No, when I was a kid. No.
Well, not a kid, like
teenager.
No, like younger years, like teens, like early 20s and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, loads. Yeah, it was more like acquaintances and stuff as well. Like when you went out in Sheffield, it was so small, you knew everyone, right? And then when I used to like travel to Manchester and stuff, you'd see the same sorts of people. And then when I moved to Manchester, I was 30, so I started to like settle myself down a bit there. Obviously, Manchester's bigger. I had a bit better for a night out and stuff.
Manchester gay scenes like changed a lot.
It used to be
like when I first moved.
It used to be
like,
so good for music and stuff back in the day.
There was a club called Essential that was massive and like really, really good. It went through a bit of a phase. I think it's kind of settled down a bit now, but it went through a phase where you would get more Hindus and groups of women who would try and like become gay best friends with you. Do you know what I mean? Like on a night out, getting pissed up. And I just feel like I don't want to talk to you. I don't know. I remember back in day, digressing here, having a conversation with someone when I was at uni. So it was like early 20s, and she was a straight girl, and she turned around and she said, "Oh, I don't believe in the gay village. I don't think it's fair." And I was like, "What do you mean? Don't think it's fair? What's not fair about it?" And she was like, "Well, I don't think as like a straight girl, it's fair that I can't really go to that part of Manchester." And I was like, "Oh, very first world white girl middle class problem." Like, I was like, it's for young gay people and old gay, any gay people to go somewhere where they feel confident and they feel comfortable and like they can be themselves without non-gay people judging them or potentially bullying them, you know, being rude to them or whatever. I thought, like, is she like for real?
Yeah.
She took offence to gay people having one street in Manchester.
Yeah,
and she had the whole rest of Manchester.
That's the place to be. You've had a good time. You go to Canal Street. I'm not being funny, but straight people, when they come onto Canal Street, we're looking straight through you because we're out to dip it and do it and meet.
Well, that's true. And that was one of my points that I remember saying to her, like, gay people, like, you would go to the gay village, and if you did want to sort of try it on with a guy or whatever, you wanted to do it safe in the knowledge that that was another gay guy. Like, if groups of lads went and, like, kicked off with you, like, that's not what the gay village is about. And it is a lot more inclusive and everything now. And yes, gay people, straight people go, like, I've been there with straight friends and all sorts. But I just remember thinking to this girl, like, are you deluded? Like, what? Very weird, that.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, gay people have one street in Manchester.
Oh, well, I'm not funny, but I'd rather go to Canal Street than the Wetherspoons. No offence.
Oh, yeah.
Wetherspoons.
Yeah.
I ain't working my ass off 5 days a week to go to Wetherspoons. I'm working my ass off 5 days a week to go and dip it and do it on Canal Street. Not now.
I was going to say.
But when I was single, I was like, yes, like, come on, let's. I was all about meeting, like, the men, Mr. Right, who's next, blah, 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 blah. I don't want no straights or any straight women, blah, 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 all that stuff. Back in the day.
No.
I ain't interested in that life. I just want the gays, the people selling the fake horrible flowers going up and down. I want the wraps because I get hungry. I want the Kit Kats that I've hid in my bum bag because I'm hungry in the middle of the night. I know it's all about equality and stuff, and I don't mind straight people going to some places, but if I do come on to you, you can't have attitude about it straight. You just got to say, I'm sorry, but I am not a homosexual.
This is back in the day.
Back in the day, and I would have been like, see ya.
Okay, final couple of questions. So I'll just ask them together because they're pretty much like, well, they're the opposite. But what is the best thing or things about being a gay man?
Oh
And what are the worst things, if there are any?
Right, let me just start with a list. The best things about being gay is I don't have to have children. All of my money is for me and you and the cats, obviously. I don't have to have a child to look after, to feed off me emotionally, financially, just to like absorb my life force and kill me, premature age me because I can't sleep because it's screaming. No offence, but I've seen people with had kids. You see on stories at Instagram, they're looking at good after a couple of weeks.
This is true.
After a couple of months, those wrinkles get deeper and deeper. And if you've not noticed, the world we live in is shambles. Do you know something I don't? Because why bring kids into this world? It's fallen to pieces.
That's true.
Well, good luck. Another thing I love about being gay, the fashion. The fashion, you can wear what you want. You can wear what you want. I don't care. I will wear what I want. Doesn't matter what age I am. If I want to wear a crop top in Budapest that I'm packing in my bag, I'm going to wear that crop top that's purple because I can't.
I can't wait for you to wear that. In Budapest, the country where, in like, boo England football players for taking the knee, for like Black Lives Matter for being openly homophobic.
Yeah, but that's football.
And you're going to be mincing around in a crop top.
Yeah, but that's football.
Can't wait for that.
But when they see, I'm at work, should say.
Oh,
So monkeys can see a bit of flesh. Another thing that I love about being gay is just like you can watch whatever film you want. Like I can watch a chick flick and stuff, and I can go from a chick flick to a action movie to romance to something else. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I can do what I want. You're gay.
Yeah,
And you can chat to anybody. Like women don't find you a threat as well because like I think a woman's best friend isn't going to be another woman. It's going to be a gay man. Because I said this to my friend the other day. Sometimes women have got friends that are like fake friends. So you might show her a picture of a dress, and she might be thinking, oh, she looks better than me in that, and she'll be like, oh, you look terrible. Don't buy that dress. Whereas a gay man would be like, yes, fierce, yes, get it worn.
Yeah, that's true.
A gay man's never going to feel like in competition or...
No,
do you know what I mean? Or like, there's no threat. If any woman wants to know the truth, get a gay friend, get a gay friend, get a gay friend. If you've not got a gay friend, what are you doing with your life? True.
I think for me, one of the good things about being gay is that you can kind of like do what you want, particularly like when we got married.
Mm-hmm.
Not do what you want, because you should be able to do what you want anyway. But I think like when we got married, quite a few people would say like, oh, in a traditional wedding or in a normal wedding or a heterosexual wedding, you would do X, Y, and Z. But I think particularly, and I suppose nowadays for any person, you can kind of do what you want. But I think for us, when we like did our wedding, we were like, oh, well, we don't want bridesmaids, we didn't want best men, we didn't want to do this, and it was
we
like
didn't want kids at the wedding.
Yeah, that's true. But it was very like we could just do what we wanted with our day, and we didn't have to follow certain things. Obviously, you had to follow the actual getting married bit, but the rest of it was like, oh, do you want to? Traditionally, people do a photo cutting the cake, and we were like, why? We're like, what? No. Like, if you feed me cake and then put cake in my face, I'd be raging. Like, that kind of thing. That's one of the things for me that I loved when we got married, that we could just make our day what we wanted it to. And there was no set thing that we had to follow a set routine as such.
But, if I had the option of being gay or straight,
I'd
be gay.
Yeah.
I don't know how you straights do it, no offence. Honestly, I don't know how you do it.
So are there any bad things about being gay? That was the other question. For me, one of the bad things is, well, not the bad things, but one of the most annoying things is when you maybe meet someone, you don't know them very well, and I get this a lot. I'll talk about football. Oh, what, you like football, but you're gay? I'm like, yeah.
I wish you did.
Like, it's what you wish you didn't like. Yeah. But it still happens and things like that. I'm like, it's still, and I suppose by meeting someone like me that does like football and sport and things like that will make people less like that. But it's perhaps some of those like stereotypes still that people think like, oh, I must be into Judy Garland and Britney and Madonna.
Icons.
And,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Whereas I'd rather be into like watching Premiership and stuff like that. So it's not like a bad thing, but it's just an annoying thing sometimes about being gay that people still think. And like when I tell people I used to play football, mind blown. Oh, you used to play? Yes, I used to play.
Very good at football. Very good at keeping up his. That'll be a YouTube video.
It doesn't have much of a comparison.
Well,
but, yeah.
Well, you're very good.
Thank you. Any negatives, or is it just all positive for you to...
Negative about being gay?
No?
There was that time I got like a bit of homophobia at work, but...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I mean... There's homophobia, but I've not really had much of that, really.
No, and I think
I
also...
don't keep up at night, do you know what I mean?
At the age that we both are now, if someone was like that, not in a work environment because it's very different and that's very
But in work,
upsetting.
all I'm going to say in a working environment, I got that sorted, done and dusted within like a 2 week,
Yeah,
2
that's
weeks
true.
done.
But I think if someone's like it in general, like do you remember, what did that guy say? When it was like first lockdown, we went for a walk, didn't we?
It was
like some right scrote rat man, like one of those that like him and his family have a bag of chicken nuggets for tea from Iceland, and he thinks that's like cooking. No offence to anyone that does, but that's what they'd have every night.
Actually,
and
no
like,
offence to anyone that does, because that's not nutritional.
And he has like he had 2 or 3 kids with him, didn't he? And we were walking behind him on a path and walking quicker than them, so he moved out of the way and he went, "Oh, sorry about that, gays, guys." Something like that, wasn't it?
Around his kids and that.
And just thought, oh, brilliant. Like, your 3 kids are going to grow up with someone with your views. Like, get a grip.
Oh, disgusting.
But then, and it's one of them, like, if I'd have had a smart comeback, or James had had a smart comeback, he'd probably knocked us out. But, like, at the same time, just think, like, really? Like, that says more about you than it does about us.
It didn't really bother me, I just remembered it, but he just was disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, he had no skincare regime, he didn't go to the gym, he didn't eat right, he had 2 or 3 spawns of Satan with him. His life is over. He was probably jealous of us, like, oh, look at them 2.
Yeah.
2 men living together.
And he went home and he got a Calvin Klein packet of boxes out and looked at the cover.
Can I just say, being gay is the best thing ever. 2 men living together, no periods around us, no offence. We can play on PlayStation, we can watch all these programmes we want to watch, we can do our own
Borrow
thing,
each other's clothes.
borrow each other's clothes.
That's true.
It's just literally 2 men. This is 2 men.
Yeah.
Although it would be perfect if you didn't like football, but I've grown to tolerate it, I think, haven't I?
Yeah, but that's like me saying it'd be perfect if you didn't take half hour to put your face on.
Oh, half hour, it's about 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good being gay, isn't it?
Being gay. Yeah. 2 more questions?
No.
Well, if you want to ask any questions about being a homosexual, then just let us know in the comments below, and we'll answer them.
Yeah.
If you've been
as best we can. We're not the oracles, and everything we're speaking about today is just like our opinion. Isn't
it's our opinion. If you're
it's-
offended by anything, I suggest you get a grip.
Yeah, and other people have different experiences of being gay. Some people it's great for, some people it's not. Yeah, some people, like you see on TV, get thrown out their house and stuff. We're fortunate that's never happened. So, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And if anybody wants to just like, I don't know, just... I don't know what I'm going to say that.
Be gay, just be gay.
If anyone wants to be gay, just be gay. Your life is so short. You could be dead. You could literally be dead tomorrow. We all could be blown up next week. Be gay. Live your truth. Be a homosexual, gay, trans, lesbian, whatever you want to be. Because at the end of the day, you've got one life, and then after this, God knows what's going to happen. But
I'll come back as a cat.
Come back as a cat, please.
As a gay little cat.
Yeah. I just want to come back as a cat. because life is difficult. So just make it easy for yourself. Watch Heartstopper if anybody's got any questions about being LGBT, whatever. Just watch Heartstopper and just enjoy the rest of Pride Month. I'm sure. Well, we're working on one more video for Pride Month.
Might be more, like we said. Depends how gay we're feeling.
It depends how
Gay
gay we
really
feel.
gay and churn out loads of gay videos.
You could just talk about being gay forever, couldn't you?
But yeah. So there might be one or two more. And then if not, then next weekend they're going to be like, because we're going away a week on Monday to Budapest.
Yeah.
So we're going to do like, or James is going to do like a pack with him. I think I shocked him the other day because I said I wanted to just do hand luggage only. I think like all his lotions and potions. He was like, ugh. We're going to make it work.
I am going to get a 15-step skincare routine into the size of a sandwich bag. That's going to literally
So in Budapest,
send me
in
under.
Budapest there were lots of walking videos where you don't see his face.
There'll be walking videos with me in a massive cap on because it's about 30 degrees there, and I am going to be plastered with SPF because I can't age,
No, that's true.
and I haven't got my filler injections in front. I need to book that in soon.
Anyway, there you go. That's your questions answered about being gay.
Yeah. So yeah, enjoy the rest of this sunny weather and have a lovely weekend. Toodaloo. Bye. Bye. Gay.